Welcome back, students. Today's topic is electrostatic potential. As you know, water always flow from a particular height where height is maximum to a lower height. Similarly, charges will always flow from one point to another point depending upon its potential. So without wasting time, we can go directly into our topic. That means second lesson, electrostatic potential and capacitance. So this lesson is also a continuation of the first lesson. The capacitance is the only one topic which you will feel somewhat different from the electrostatic. But basic idea of capacitance, if you want to explain, we have to use the electrostatics. That is why capacitance has also introduced in this lesson. Okay, now we will go to electrostatic potential. So as I told you, water flow from a particular point to another particular point depending upon the height. Similarly, just consider a positive charge plus charge in space, and there is a particular distance r where I am trying to bring another charge with the same polarity towards the charge. That means it's very simple, both are positive charges. I'm trying to bring that small test charge q from R to P near to a charge capital letter Q. So of course what will happen? There will be a repulsive force because both the charges are of same polarity. So definitely the force has to be exerted by the charge plus Q against the capital letter Q charge. So work has to be done, and the work will be negative in nature. Why? Because the electric field are always around the charge plus Q charge, and my small charge I am going to test near to the positive charge plus Q is in that field. So of course there will be an interaction between the positive charge, I mean a small charge, and the electric field produced by the capital letter charge Q also. So work done, of course, naturally work done I can write it as from Newtonian mechanics, force into displacement. As you know, force is a vector quantity, displacement is also vector quantity. So scalar dot product of force and displacement is the work that you know. So work I can write as an integral of, I am bringing the charge from R to P. So of course when I consider a definite integral, the limit of the integration will be R to P, F dot dr. F and dr are force and displacement vector quantities respectively. I can write it. And remember, I have put here a minus sign also. Why it is minus? Definitely both are positive charge. My small test charge has to apply a negative force on a capital letter Q charge. So work done will be definitely negative. So work done against the electrostatic field produced by the charge capital letter Q. That is why it is coming. So what is it? Very simple, work is a negative and has a definite integral from R to P, and these R and P you can consider in space any 2 point. And the thing is, the distance from P to R is a straight line distance. Not only straight line, you can bring through any other path, and the significance of that path we will discuss in later. The distance P and R I have considered here, it is the shortest distance. We will correlate this shortest distance and path length and all in the later cases. Now the electric electrostatic potential we can define using this work done. Very simply, we can define the electrostatic potential as we have defined what is a gravitational potential. Gravitational potential depending upon the H, and gravitational potential energy P is equal to mgh also, you know. As H differs, the potential energy also differs. So similarly here we do not have a height. Instead of height we have some distance like a P and Q, as I am drawing here. So let us consider this distant point P and Q, and I can move these charges in through n number of ways. Just to see n number of ways I can bring the charge from P to Q or from Q to P. But remember, the shortest distance from P to Q or from Q to P we will take as the displacement. Now you may be asking why we are taking this much of distance to bring the charge from one point to another point. It is nothing. We have already studied in the 11th class. That is the conservative force. It's a conservative force. So what is a conservative force? Conservative force is a force in which work done by that force will depends only the initial and final point, just like the spring. In the case of a spring, if you elongate the spring, the energy will be stored in the spring. The energy means the work done. So work done, naturally work done will be the force into displacement. So the displacement depends the works. So if I write work, in this case work is equal to integral force into displacement. So of course the limiting values will be Q and P, or just a reverse also you can take Q and P. So in general, potential we can correlate with this work. In lower classes you might be studied potential is equal to work by charge, very simply, or work is equal to potential into charge. It is very simple. Potential is nothing but it is a work if Q is equal to 1. See the equation, W is equal to V when Q is equal to 1 coulomb of charge. So according to the consideration, the potential due to a point charge we can define. So that is our next aim. What is it? Potential due to a point charge. So we have seen what is a potential. Potential is nothing, it is a work done by a charge to move from one point to another point. Is a potential. Now we will specifically define what is potential due to a point charge, and this will be the fundamental equation which is going to help to derive rest of all the equations. Now just consider the same situation we have already discussed. I have one capital letter Q charge. So the force Fe is the force, and F external EXT, which is minus, is the force against the force produced by the capital letter Q charge. Okay, now when you write the electrostatic potential in terms of work, potential V is work by charge. This concept we have already studied from physics of class 10. So when you cross multiply it, definitely V is equal W is equal to potential into charge. You can write it as W is equal to potential into charge, and you know the unit of work is equal to the unit of energy, and unit of charge is 1 coulomb, and unit of potential is definitely the volt. So V is equal to W is equal to potential into charge. Potential into charge. Now just to see, if Q is equal to 1 coulomb, then work W is equal to the potential. Very simple. What is its meaning? Meaning is very simple. Wherever you want to find the potential, I mean electrostatic potential, you need to find only the work. And don't think that work done in electrostatic cases is different from the Newtonian work. No, it is very simple. Work is as usual, meaning integral from, if there is a limit, then you can write P to Q or Q to R, force into displacement. That means it is a dot product of a force and displacement. And definitely the limit will be the P to Q or Q to R or something like that. Now just imagine if there is no limit, I am trying to bring from infinity, as you can see, from infinity to a point near to the charge, then one limit will be infinity and another limit will be R, small letter r. And what is R? It is a region where the capital letter Q charge is situating, and I am bringing the charge from infinity, remember it. So I can rearrange this equation, which is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. And what is the force? Force is Q1 Q2 divided by R square into dr. It is very simple case. Force is a Coulomb force, means a Coulomb force between Q1 is capital letter Q and Q2 is small letter q. Same equation I am writing. I will be replacing this Q2 with a small letter q and Q1 with a definitely capital letter Q. And minus is also there, don't forget it. Total potential we can find very easily as the work done. So don't forget, our topic is to find the potential due to a point charge. Point charge. So here point charge is capital letter Q. Small letter q I have taken as a 1. I have standardized it. So integral infinity to r 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 capital letter Q, small letter q is a 1 coulomb, so I do not want to write it. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 capital letter Q divided by r square into dr. What is dr? Dr is a small distance through which a charge is moving from infinity to a point where the capital letter charge is situating in space. So I can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 outside of the integrations are a constant, and infinity to r, minus is also there, and capital letter Q you can take outside, into 1 by r square dr. So we need to integrate only 1 by r. So integral 1 by r square dr, you know, it is minus 1 by r. I don't want to explain it. Integral 1 by r square dr is minus 1 by r. You can use it as a x raised to minus 2 integral dr, that way also. So resubstitute it, which is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 minus infinity to r. 1 by r square dr will be giving minus 1 by r. So that minus and this minus outside the bracket will cancel, which will give leads to plus r. So the final equation is q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into 1 by r. And we need to substitute the limit also, upper limit minus lower limit to the quantity inside the bracket. So definitely q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into upper limit is r itself and lower limit is infinity. So 1 by infinity, definitely it will be 0. So 1 by r minus upper limit minus lower limit, 1 by infinity, which is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into 1 by r, or simply q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 r. 1 by infinity is equal to 0, as you know this matter. So what is this term? This is nothing, this is a work done. So we have studied work done is nothing, it is a potential for a unit charge. So potential, which is a function of r, is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r. So don't forget it. the potential due to a point charge is inversely proportional to the distance. Means V is inversely proportional to charge. This is the potential due to a point charge.